Hi, 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 hi. Everybody. How's everybody doing today? Oh my goodness, it's a Tuesday and the sun is shining in Chicago. We got a little rain, but we're not gonna worry about that. But I'm here today to just invite everybody. If you have not did it yet and you're an educator, go over to the my website, aureliadavis.com, and click on the Thrive Retreat. I can hardly wait. I mean, you know what? This particular retreat was put in place so that teachers can just sort of get together after you have worked all year and worked with children all year. You want to just be able to share your triumphs with everybody, with somebody, and just get some feedback on some of the things you were able to do, some of the things you were not able to do, but at the same time be celebrated as an educator. That you want to be celebrated as an educator, and that's exactly what the Thrive Retreat is about. We are going to be celebrating educators. So if you have not did so yet, click on my website, aureliadavis.com. Click on the Thrive Retreat. You'll see the information there. It's going to take place from July 30th to August 4th in Tulum, Mexico. And we just want to see you there. It's time to celebrate. You have made it to the finish line, and we want to celebrate you as educators. Come on and join us. Anyway, when this time of year, when I was teaching, I will get really excited for the simple reason that I was starting to close out my classroom. And you may actually say, so what does that look like? Close out your classroom. That means everything basically comes together to one particular stop sign. Okay. It comes together to one particular stop sign. The good thing about closing out the school year is that now you know your students. You have been with them for so many months. You have been with them for so many hours of the day. Now you know these individuals that are sitting in front of you. You know their quirks. You know what they like to do. You know what they don't like to do, so on and so forth. But at the same time, you still need to manage them. Classroom management is still in place for the end of the school year, but it is also very flexible for the end of the school year. I don't know if you have it now, but in the meantime, what we had back in the day is we had workbooks galore. We had, because I was teaching third grade, we did cursive writing. So we had cursive writing workbooks. We had phonics workbooks. We had math workbooks. And of course, then we had our workbooks to go along with our readers. So I don't know if you teachers still have some of those at this time, but if you don't, find some, go to the teacher store and just run off some worksheets for your students to do, and then allow them to work on what they would like to work on. And then for the last 2 or 3 years, and especially during the pandemic, we've had these adult coloring books or just coloring books, period. Find some coloring books that you think your young people would like, being primary, intermediate, or upper grade, and just run off some copies and let them color all day long. Provide the markers, provide the color pencils, and just do art, and just art and so forth, to the point for them to express themselves in an artistic way. Also, this is the time of year that, have you been putting off those projects that you and presentations that you've been meaning to do, but something would always come up to keep you from doing it? This is the time to do it. Take those reading books or those basal readers and go into those basal readers and select a couple of stories, or either have the students themselves select a couple of stories, have them work in groups where they can do a presentation, be it a skit or a character out of a story, and let them present. Let them present. And then at the same time, I was thinking about having like a mini talent show in your classroom. This is something you can do. Anything to sort of keep the young people motivated, keep them busy, and keep you from stressing out. But at the same time, the management level is that you will basically still manage the students within your classroom. We also took the opportunity, because the weather was getting so nice, we would take a lot of our activities outside. We would have reading circles. And then by me having younger children, we give them chalk so they can write on the sidewalk and draw pictures on the sidewalk. We planted flowers around in the area of the school. So you are not, if you want to be able to just be released from your classroom. So that's a conversation that you definitely have to have in place. with your administrators to let them know this is what I would like to do for so many days a week and whatever. Of course, there has to be some accountability, but anything that you're doing with children at this particular time of the year is learning. You are still teaching them things. They are at the level where they can basically manage themselves as young as second grade and first grade. They can manage themselves. So you just need to be there to help monitor or manage the what they're doing, manage what they're doing, be able to let them know when it's time to stop and so on and so forth, and that you can just basically keep havoc out of the classroom because you are still in control, still in control. I would remember basically we would go out and, I had third grade, that primary group. So we blow bubbles, and then we would beyond gym, we had gym also, but I would have races with them, so on and so forth, and relay races and things like that, because we still want them to be on the move and keep their bodies active, so on and so forth, and just talking about fun, fun, fun. Then we had picnics. Oh, you name it, we did it. We did it. So managing your classroom is sort of, it's the type of thing where you basically, as an educator, have to think on your feet. Okay, are they hyper? If they're hyper, let me do something to sort of control the hyperness in them. Or if they're sort of sluggish, let's do something quiet. Put some music on. Read to them. Read to them. Even the older children like to be read to. So these are things that you can do to manage your classroom as you're getting ready to close out the school year. Have some fun. You have worked hard all year long. Now it's time to have some fun with those 30 or plus or less, whatever you have, young people in front of you, because you want to enjoy them. They're not going to be with you too much longer. The year is almost over. It's basically over. And you just want to enjoy them for those last few weeks of school. Tips from Aurelia. At the same time, go over to my website, aureliadavis.com. Click on the Thrive Retreat. See what it has to offer. July 30th through August 4th, Tulum, Mexico. Come. Ready to see you there. Have a happy one. Take care. Bye-bye.